Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Death Battle. Tonight we got ourselves a big one. We got two universe-conquering menaces. We got the Mad Titan Thanos taking on the Lord of Apocalypse, Darkseid. Yeah, the Snapper versus the God of Evil. This is going to be interesting to say the least. So, who would win? Who will lose? Let's find out. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy it. Let's begin the fight. Or at least the analysis first.
Power. Some spend entire lives in search of it, while for others, it is their birthright. But what truly matters in the end is how it's used.
Like with Thanos, the
the
ultimate
Mad Titan.
villain of the Avengers.
And
Darkseid.
arch nemesis to the Justice League.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Start it up. First up.
Over a million
Titan.
years ago, when mankind's evolution first broke away from the apes, the cosmic celestials arrived on Earth. They experimented on the human race, creating three separate variants. The powerful and beautiful Eternals, destined for immortality. Those with a latent mutated gene, which would one day spawn the X-Men. And a deformed, disturbing subspecies known as the Deviants.
Like that one website with all the porn.
What?
Anyway, the
Wrong
Eternals
deviants.
eventually colonized the moons of Saturn thanks to this science wizard named Mentor, whose collar's like the lampshade I put on my dog to make him stop licking his junk.
Charming. But while the Eternals seemed like a perfect people, Mentor's
only they
own
knew.
son would change this forever and force the cosmos to its knees. His name was Thanos.
Thanos.
You were a fool to betray me, Rhoda. Prepare to meet your doom.
Thanos was born into a life of luxury. Sure, his mom went totally insane and tried to kill him right away, but what do you think you'd do if you popped out a creepy California raisin baby?
It seems the Celestials' experiments weren't quite so different from each other. Despite his eternal heritage, Thanos' large, disproportionate body and thick purple skin were thanks to a
Yeah.
deviant
I
mutation.
think the
Which you'd think
I think
would
his
mean
mom
everyone
was like,
would hate
"Yeah, you
him,
better
but
stop."
Nope, the Eternals were super progressive and totally cool with a wrinkly grimace walking around.
In fact, Thanos was greatly admired for his exceptional intelligence and creativity. He was set for a positive and decorated future.
Until he threw it all away for a girl. Hey, I don't blame him. Lots of guys do crazy shit for hot chicks, especially when you're a secret murder-happy psycho who's obsessed with the physical manifestation of death.
To earn Death's reciprocal love, Thanos took a journey, a quest to ravage the universe in her name.
And as an Eternal, he had plenty of superhuman power to do it. He was already the strongest and fastest Eternal around, but he boosted his power even more with bionic and magic enhancements.
And while his physical and
Tech
psionic
and magic.
abilities are impressive, his incredible genius led to building massive spaceships, shields that can withstand planet-level attacks, and even a time window.
And the most badass throne ever. It comes packed
Look
with
at the
its own
movies,
laser
sure.
weapons, light speed travel, and it can teleport through space and time.
And unlike most Eternals, Thanos has also dabbled in the mystic arts. Petrification, curses, even some of his throne's abilities seem to be more magic than hard science. All of
I guess when you're trying to impress death, you might as well go both ways. Both magic and, well, tech. I guess it makes sense. I mean, gotta earn his eyes. He'll do anything to death for death. Which, if I remember correctly, death was like, meh. It was just like, nope, not gonna happen. So basically, chasing after a girl that doesn't even like him. Frick. Anyway.
of this potential makes Thanos an incredibly dangerous foe.
Yeah, good luck trying to hurt him. He can survive pretty much anything, including a gun specifically designed to kill him. He even shot himself in the face with it just to prove how goddamn awesome he is. Don't try that at home, kids.
He's strong enough to overpower two Thors at once, snap a universal weapon known for its extreme durability, and even lift the gargantuan Galactus engine.
A giant super rocket big enough to move planets. According to Mr. Fantastic, and that guy
Move
knows
planets.
his stuff, this thing is hundreds of miles long.
While the Galactus engine's size seems to vary from comic to comic, Reed's assertion matches its appearance when it propelled Ego the Living Planet. By examining the engine in 3 separate parts, applying the density of steel, and comparing Ego's diameter of 4,165 miles, we've found that Thanos must be lifting about 50 quintillion tons.
Woof.
That's like holding up 140 trillion Empire State Building.
Yeah,
And he's
trillion.
doing this inside the gut of a living Kurt Russell planet that eats other planets and even stars. Man, I thought I had an iron stomach.
But destroying
you
a
knew about
star
Ego.
isn't a simple thing. Any energy directed toward a star would just be absorbed and adapted to. Only by completely nullifying a star's constant energy output can it be eliminated.
So Ego's
energy.
stomach acid must be deadlier than frigging supernovas or a black hole. He'd probably love Mama Boomstick's world-famous ghost pepper pie.
Yeesh. Ghost pepper
It's
pie,
fine.
I'm
Just
good.
dip it in some squirrel paste.
Surviving the
Yeah,
stomach of
pass.
Ego
Whew.
isn't so far-fetched for Thanos, considering he's also
light
survived a
years.
dip in a black hole, extreme reality warping across the metaverse, and the voice of Black Bolt.
What's so special about this guy, you ask? Well, with just a whisper, he obliterated 1 billion tons of rock. This guy can easily break a planet with just one shout, and Thanos took 3 of them to the face.
Although Thanos isn't known for being a speedster character, he's still quick enough to battle the likes of Silver Surfer, a being who can cover 500,000 light years in just a couple of seconds,
Yeah,
putting him
seconds.
over 3 trillion times faster than light. With
saying
so many impressive showings, it's hard to truly find a weakness.
Except for one.
Oh, god damn it.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Deadpool.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back.
Glad to be here. It's me, Deadpool, slayer of deathstrokes, befriender of ponies, and breaker of mad titan hearts. And like Casanova, the ravenous reaper can't get enough of me, and Thanos just hates that. Ooh.
Well, Thanos did curse him so he couldn't die and be with her.
I know,
I
right?
gave
He's
him-
a big purple crybaby. Have you seen that chin, though? It's like he got hit in the face with a slap chop.
Don't you have like a party in Ponytown to be at?
Ah, come on, buddy. You can't have a death battle season without Deadpool, right?
We did. The last one.
Nobody counts that one.
Ouch.
I mean, that's a year you pit a dog in a trench coat against a goddamn bear. What did you think would happen?
Yeah.
Whatever. I know when I'm not wanted. See you next year. DP out.
See you, Deadpool.
Riddance.
Even
Yeah,
with
we
all
do
of
that.
these powers and abilities, Thanos still felt he needed something more to impress Death. Think he's compensating for something, Wiz?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. So he built the Infinity Gauntlet, a golden glove which harnessed the power of 6 multicolored gems, known as Infinity
Infinity
Stones.
Stones.
With these, he could control the full spectrum of space, reality, mind, power, soul, and time.
And with those powers combined, he summons Captain Planet.
Well, more like the destruction of half the universe, but sure, whatever.
Steve,
Yeah, not good.
Same difference. But wait, isn't the Time Stone the green one in Doctor Strange's necklace?
Well, in the movie universe,
Yeah.
the Time Stone is green, but in the original comic series, it's
Yeah,
orange.
orange.
This
The
is
green one's
because
the soul
every
one.
universe has its own unique Infinity Gauntlet that works exclusively there. And sometimes the stones
center
are
action.
different in color. Here, just follow this handy diagram I made.
Yeah,
Told
don't
ya.
care. So with all the stones, he wiped out half the universe with only a snap of his fingers. But he also started going a bit crazy and began to doubt his ability to perform. Hey, happens to the best of us.
Yet it never keeps the Mad Titan at bay for long.
Does it ever?
Whose constant lust for power and godly status in the universe is only matched by his drive to just kill everybody.
Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
Yeah. Thanos, go crazy. Like, there's no two ways about it. That dude insane. I don't know how, but yeesh, seemed like he'd be living a good life. Then again, I'm not sure what kind of hold that Death had over him. But yeesh, must have had him by the balls. Or whatever he had. I don't know what the Eternals had. Anyway, so there's Thanos. Well, let's check out the opponent, Darkseid. Let's see what he's packing.
10 billion years ago, the primeval
going far.
old gods clashed in a cosmic civil war called Ragnarok.
That the one with Thor and Jeff Goldblum?
No.
No, that's the
yes,
movie.
Kind of. The battle was so great that the result was an explosion that tore the gods asunder, sending a great god wave throughout the metaverse, eventually birthing a new generation known as The New Gods.
How original!
Yeah,
Well,
what's that?
some of these include Alpine Space
Black
Skier,
Racer.
Fancy Pants Shakespeare, and this cyborg spider Humpty Dumpty. Half of these guys ended up on a beautiful paradise world called New Genesis, while the rest got stuck on an actual fireball called Apocalypse.
With the K. There you go.
With a K.
Among these damned souls was Prince Euxis, second in line to the throne behind his older brother Drax.
Wrong one.
Not Dave Bautista Drax, but
Sorry,
DC
Batista.
Drax.
There you
Aw,
go.
man, I really like that guy.
Don't we
Not
all?
afraid to see what he's thinking.
You are horrifying to look at, yes.
Ouch.
To rule Apocalypse, Drax was meant to enter the mysterious Omega Pit and absorb the Omega Effect, a force of destructive entropy bound within Apocalypse.
But being the crafty bastard he was, Euxis tricked DC Drax into getting killed and stole the loot for himself.
And so the Omega Effect transformed Euxis into the physical manifestation of tyranny, Darkseid.
Sorry.
Now what?
Now you die.
As the king of Apocalypse, Darkseid entered a
tons,
war on the universe.
8'9".
Whether he was kicking New Genesis ass or giving the Man of Steel a hard time, Darkseid was always working toward his one goal, conquering all life.
And thanks to his new god physiology, he has incredible superhuman strength, speed, agility, and even immortality. He's
Yeah.
already over 245,000 years old, and that's given him plenty of time to push the limits of the Omega Effect.
He's got a whole bunch of cool Omega powers that break all the rules of nature.
ahead.
He can teleport across time and space, fly at unthinkable speeds, warp reality around him, and grow supersized.
Something he's pretty used to doing. The scale between the Prime Universe and Darkseid's own universe, the Fourth World, is vast. He travels between universes via boom tubes, which automatically
Yeah, the mother
adjusts his
boxes.
size to what is considered normal within his destination. Otherwise, he'd have a hard time fitting in, given that the normal size of a new god is about the size of a star.
Yeah, I've had
star?
that kind of trouble with my boomstick tube.
He can use various psionic powers like telekinesis and telepathy, and can easily manipulate sentient beings thanks to a cosmic awareness of the multiverse powered by 18 divine senses.
Wait,
You know, I bet he
18
never
divine?
forgets where he leaves his keys.
Like a space
probably not, but still, 18. That is a lot. That's why he's not, like, overwhelmed with all this. Sheesh. Anyway,
age necromancer, Darkseid can possess living or deceased beings, controlling them like puppets. He can even control basic inanimate objects, just like the Nomad of Nowhere.
oh, hang on, man.
Blah, holy shit!
Odd.
Wiz, never thought I'd say this, but I might have had too much to drink.
But
When he ever-
Darkseid's deadliest technique is his signature Omega Beams. These
Oh.
burning lasers of hatred are capable of instant sharp turns and tracking multiple targets at once.
They're splitting up. They can do that? They're locked on us.
On contact, the beams can either disintegrate their target, transmute matter, erase beings from existence, or trap enemies in the Omega Sanction. The Omega Sanction is a sort of life trap. Its target enters a self-contained reality where they live out an infinite number of lives for eternity.
Oh, that doesn't sound so bad. I'd just do a Bill Murray and use all those lives to learn piano or save a dog or... Yeah, that's probably about it.
Well, there's a catch. Each life in the Sanction gets progressively worse as it goes, including how you die. When the third Mr. Miracle was trapped in it, he was fairly unaware, until he was beaten, burned, mutilated, and castrated, broken to a point of intentionally overdosing. And that was just his first life in the Sanction.
Oh.
Good God.
No thanks, I'm good.
To overpower the multiverse, Darkseid would face some pretty steep competition. However, his power eclipses those of even some of the strongest heroes around.
He's fast enough to take a trip to the Source Wall in just a few seconds. That's at the very edge of existence. So, like, you're not gonna be able to map quest that shit.
The edge of the observable universe is about 45 billion light years away, and scientists hypothesize the actual scale is over 100 sextillion times greater. It took a whole year for the legendary Helm of Nabu to make this journey. But for Darkseid, all of 5 seconds. To pull this off, he'd have to be moving over 87 duodecillion times the speed of light.
What?
Which is totally a real
39
number that
zeros.
I understand.
Holy
But
crap.
if he's super big in Fourth World, wouldn't he have an easier time getting to the edge?
We're factoring the scaling across his universe as a whole. Besides, technically the Fourth World is 4 billion years older than our own universe, so the distance to the edge is probably even further.
He's so quick, he can choke out Superman before he even sees him move, or knock him out cold in just a few bitch slaps. And Superman can survive supernovas to the face. Also, since Darkseid wasn't affected by the Crisis Mega Reboot, it's still canon that he can blitz pre-Crisis soups, who can sneeze solar systems away.
Darkseid is strong enough to crush a lantern ring with ease, destroy planets with his Omega Beams, and wipe out the Justice League with a single strike. Even with all this power, Darkseid believed he could not dominate the universe until he discovered his ultimate prize, the anti-life equation.
Ha! I knew numbers were bad for you. Take that, Miss Jensen, and your stupid ruler.
The anti-life is technically an entity of its own, a fragmented piece of the source from which all life originates. However, Darkseid discovered a formula which essentially manipulates the anti-life's presence in all living things, in a manner which definitively proves that all freedom and hope are meaningless efforts.
So it's math that just makes you sad.
Yes,
basically,
and a slave to Darkseid, but yes. So the anti-life is pretty weird, but you know what's even more so? The Darkseid that you think you know isn't actually Darkseid.
Say what now?
He became the very essence of tyranny itself. This non-corporeal god rests in the higher plane of Fourth World and molds avatars of his consciousness to interact with the multiverse around him. While each avatar is weaker than his true self, it's a necessary handicap, as his own existence in a universe other than Fourth World would shatter the laws of reality, ending time and space as we know it. The sheer power of the Omega Effect threatens entire cosmos, similar to how its equal, the Astroforce, could counter an oblivion bomb capable of annihilating the universe in a single blast.
Holy shit! His avatar may lose some power, but it's still tough enough to survive a bomb Lex Luthor designed to rip apart existence, and a shot from Marvelous Marno's Master Blaster, which sounds like it was made up by a circus clown. And that kinda makes sense because apparently no life form can stand up to it. Just like clowns.
Except for Darkseid.
Well, Darkseid isn't immune to all guns. All you need is a neat little Radion bullet.
Think of Radion as the new god's kryptonite. Despite all his power, Darkseid is far from invincible. He's had his heart ripped out, his soul stolen by death, and his essence shattered by Superman, singing.
Hey, Darkseid, look at this photograph!
To this day, even after so many cataclysmic events, the Lord of Apocalypse continues his mission. Every living being in the multiverse will bend to the will of Darkseid.
It seems I have you to thank for my resurrection. Though your world will suffer slowly, I grant you a quick death.
Jeez, with all this, it really makes you wonder, like, why would you even risk, like, bringing him back, like Lex just did? Come on. Like, dude, you know, if he's on the field, you're not gonna win anything. Other than your own death, like he said. Well, anyway, there's our two combatants. Time to see which of these conquerors win out. Will it be Thanos or Darkseid? Considering Darkseid's scale, probably him. Let's see.
You can fly, you can teleport, it'll send you through time and space, and it's perfect for gaming. You follow me? Sure you do. You're a forward-thinking guy.
Oh!
At last.
And Thanos.
Hey, Thanos! Buddy! How are you doing? Rocking that chin, as always.
Yeah, they're coming.
Get off my throne and kneel. Face death at the hand of your new emperor.
You know not the infinite wealth of destruction I command.
Let's see. What? Nothing. Thanos hasn't even, or Darkseid hasn't even put his arms out. He's just kept it still behind him. Look, nothing.
Dare strike me. Make for the sweet release of death. You first.
Oh boy. Ken hasn't uncuffed his hands.
Battle for the universe, let's get striking.
Come on, there.
Power and the force of the mighty is fighting. Energy blast hits fast.
Oh.
Like when a new god on the hands of a titan. king. I'm the king.
It's like I'm bored now.
Crash like when stars collide. Feel it all inside. I'm ready for your soul demise. I'm the king. I'm the king.
Hey, Thanos is copter.
I'm the king. Let's get it on. I'm here. Don't give me love, just feel. Since I made my commit, got the universe in my will. My power's making you deal. You ain't ready to roll. I got Death's phone number and I'm making a call. I'll walk through portals, step on the borders of time and space. You're never stopping this. King of apocalypse, turn planets into slaves. Better give me respect. I bring sparks to death.
Oh, Omega Beam coming in.
Settle your debt. I'm sublime to get to the throne. I never regret. Heads roll when I step in. Give me your neck.
Oh, here's like nope. Back to go. How are you? Just talk. How's our plan as a bull? Oh, jeez.
I am Thanos. Thanos is supreme.
Did you hear about that?
Thanos is God.
Battle for the universe, let's get striking. Feel the power and the force of the mightiest fight. Energy blast hit fast, our beams like lightning. Who can win a new god or the hands of a titan? I'm the king. I'm the king. Yeah, hard and pride crash like when stars collide. Feel it all inside, ready for your soul's demise. I'm the king. I'm the king. Inside, I'm full of pride. I'm about to rise, make me vanish like a planet. Just go ahead and die. War inside, I'm full of pride. I'm about to rise, make me vanish like a planet. Just go ahead and die. War inside, I'm full of pride. I'm about to rise, make me vanish like a planet. Just go ahead and die. War inside, I'm full of pride. I'm about to rise, make you vanish like a planet. Just go ahead and die.
Whoa. And we're back. Yeesh. Oh, there's Thanos. Huh. Looks like they're both down for now.
These games bore me, but this will bring a smile to my face.
There he goes. Well, we know Darkseid ain't done yet.
It'll have to wait.
Coward! Who are you? Who are you?
I'll show you.
There we go.
This is who I am.
Yeah, pop that.
Your reality is far from my own. You have no power
And Thanos. I am all things! This is who I am!
Pitiful.
Ooh, that tongue was. And bye, Thanos.
Is he looking at
Oh,
us?
hi, Death. Hi.
Oh my god!
Welcome
it's
back.
Deadpool with a gun!
Oh, that's brutal. Good shot.
Behold, in endless death.
Pretty much.
So you watching any anime?
Hey-o!
Oh man, That's the worst way he could have gone out, because now he's gonna be dying over and over and over.
Thanos was
So
an
many
incredible foe, especially
deaths.
while wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. Unfortunately, the gauntlet had a fatal flaw.
Yeah, that golden
Remember,
glove only
doesn't work
works in its
outside.
own universe, and Darkseid could easily move the fight to new ones with his boomstick tubes. Universe hopping is kind of his thing.
The Reed Richards of the Interdimensional Council of Reeds figured this out. Its 3 founding members, Reed, Reed, and Reed, each
threes.
possessed Infinity Gauntlets, but discovered that they couldn't work outside of their own universes.
The gauntlet had no problem making Darkseid's avatar not feel so good. But since
Fake
Darkseid's true form
avatars,
was
not
always
the
in
true
the Fourth
form.
World universe, Thanos couldn't actually finish him off with the gauntlet.
Even if this fight took place in entirely neutral territory, the victor wouldn't change. Thanos' gauntlet wouldn't work, and true Darkseid's presence would actually just destroy everything just by being there.
Yep.
But he didn't
Bye-bye.
just lose because of the gauntlet. He really couldn't keep up with the space golem.
Even going toe-to-toe with a being as fast
Makes
as Silver
sense.
Surfer was nothing compared to when Darkseid took a trip to the edge of existence. This puts Darkseid almost 28 octillion times faster than Thanos.
Yeah.
And his
way more
Omega effect
fast.
scales to the Astro Force, which could equal the Oblivion Bomb's universe-destroying blast. This means the Omega effect and Infinity Gauntlet were both pretty even in terms of destructive ability. But unlike Thanos, Darkseid can use his Omega powers whenever and wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Once he
no
lost the
universe
gauntlet,
can be
Thanos can
capped.
certainly survive star-level attacks, and even greater. But universal destruction is definitely a bit more than his purple Eternal hide could handle. And even after that, Darkseid had plenty of ways to end the fight whenever he wanted, like the Omega Sanction.
Thanos was super powerful, but Darkseid was just faster, stronger, and even more ruthless.
And
Pretty
if you
much.
think about it, Thanos needed the Infinity Gauntlet to become a god, but Darkseid
I was
already
already
was
one.
Thanos just couldn't run.
Won the gauntlet.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
The
winner
is
Darkseid. Yep, pretty much. Kinda called it me. One had to use a gauntlet to become a god, one was already a god. You know how this was gonna turn out. Plus, again, yeah, the whole limitation of being stuck in their own reality for it to work. That being the Infinity Gauntlet. So, oof. Thanos was in for a rough fight, or more accurately, a rough death. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Till next time, like, subscribe for more. Adios.